Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm on for my first project for September with the creative team for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. Now the theme this month is My Island Home, and the gorgeous papers have quite the Aussie theme. So when I went through the papers, I found this one, which has a beach scene, and it brought back memories of a trip I went on with my children to a beach that's not far away from me. It's about a 40-minute drive. It's called Harbour, and it has this big causeway where you can walk out to a little island called Granite Island. And I've got some gorgeous photos of my son overlooking the ocean and a few other ones. So I thought it would be wonderful to highlight that because that's one of my greatest memories, you know, of Australia, my island home. So I thought I'd do a scrapbooking page. Now I am going to use this piece. So it's the Sweeping Plains collection. This is number 7 or CO727974. And I just love the way it looks there. We've got that on the other side, so I had to decide which side I wanted to use, but I think I'll stick with that because I love the colours on it. So now the other ladies will be using the same papers, which are all on sale for the month of September at Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft, as well as all of our chosen products. And of course, the other ladies have different chosen products to the ones that I am using. So go and check out everyone's projects. You might like to follow along. So the first thing that I want to do is, you can see these gum leaves or eucalyptus leaves there. I just want to fussy cut around them so I can lift them up and slip something under. So that's the first thing I'm going to do before I forget to do it completely. So you can see I've just partially cut them so I can slip something up underneath. So that's a good start. So I will take this end piece off. So I'll keep that piece because it's nicely patterned. Now, the next thing I want to do is cut out a bit that I'd like to go under these leaves. And for that, I think I will use, now this piece is number 11 or CO727978. I love this I Call Australia Home because the colours fit in really nicely. So I'm going to cut that out, and I reckon I'll cut out Little Ripper from down here as well. I think that'll go on here nicely because the sort of yellowy orange matches the gum nuts up there and the wattle a bit and the bird. So I'll just cut those out. Beautiful kit. I just love the colours, and all these cutter parts are wonderful. And if you don't want to use all of them, you've got these beautiful borders on the other side. It's a bit of a hard decision actually. Always is. So I was thinking of slipping this under there in some direction. Won't go that way. Might go like that, all right. I think that'll look pretty cool. But I also think I want to back this onto some cardstocks. Now I found this lovely brown cardstock that I'm going to use as a mat for my page. It reminds me a bit of wet sand, the colour of it. So, and it just adds a nice contrast to the lighter colours. So what I'm going to do is cut my actual scrapbook page down by about 1/2 centimetre all around so that we see the brown peeking out from behind. So I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way and use a ruler and measure the lines. Now, I might just use my knife to cut this down. Alright, now I'll get my backing paper. Now the other thing I want to do is I think I'll ink around the edges. I'm so used to inking because I do it with all my journals, but I do like the way it defines the edges of the paper. So I have it's Gathered Twigs Tim Holtz Distress ink here. It's not one of my chosen products for the month, but you can get the inks and the oxides at Aunty Vera's if you're interested. So I'm just going to go around the edge of the paper with the Gathered Twigs. Just takes the whiteness off too. Like, you won't see it that much, but it's better than seeing the white edges. Trying not to bring it too much up onto the actual paper. A little bit's all right. All right, so that's that done. Now, I did grab just put this away. I grabbed the peeled paint. I don't know if it's going to be the colour I want, but I do want to ink around the leaves just a little bit. So now I can stick my page onto the backing page. So I'm just going to check that it's cut all right. I'm sure I won't get it perfect anyway. Yeah, my cutting's never perfect, but I'm happy enough with that. So I'm going to put that on with some double-sided tape. And try hard not to stick down my leaves. I'm just starting with the top here, just slightly peeling them off so that I can get it positioned before I do peel them off. And then I will just stick the top down, and then I will peel the other backing bits off, and hopefully that will help me get it on somewhere where I want it. All right, I'm quite happy with that for me. So I'm going to peel this top one off and stick that down. And then I'm going to go underneath and peel the other ones off. Yeah, I like that. Just highlights it a bit more. All right, I can breathe now. I'm so new to scrapbooking, so. Now, I've got to grab my photos in a minute, don't I? So, and then we've got to figure out which way we're going to put this. I kind of like it like that too. Now, I'm going to ink around this with gathered twigs because it will match the outside of the other pieces, and I think they look nice. So I have found and cut down my pictures. Aren't they gorgeous? That was my son about 12 years ago. He's a lot taller now. Not as cute. Don't tell him I said that. So, beautiful picture there of him sitting up on the island, on the rocks, looking out over the ocean. And there's the township of Victor Harbour in the background. And then this is a photo of us walking out the causeway. The causeway goes all the way over to Granite Island there. So it's just a beautiful area, and it was such a fun day that day. So I want to back these onto some of the same coloured cardstock as we used to back our scrapbooking page. So I'm going to ink around the edges of these, just take the white off as well. So now I'm going to stick these onto my backing board, and then I'm going to cut around them. And I'm going to try using my new fandangled We Are Memory Keeper layer guide ruler. They come in a set of 3. I did get these from Aunty Vera. Again, they're not one of the chosen products, so not on sale for the month, but geez, these are handy, although this is the first time I've used them. But I have seen the other ladies use something similar, and I think they're going to be really good, really helpful for what I'm doing. So just the double-sided tape again to adhere these. Right. So I figure the plan with these are, it's got a little guide there and it says 3/16 and a half. So it must be half of an inch and 3/16 of an inch. And it's got the little lines there. So I think you line up the little lines on the top of your photo or whatever. And then you can cut along or draw a line along here, and it will give you that 3/16 of your border all the way around. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll start with this one, and I will do a cut, and then I'll go and finish the rest and then be back. But yeah, they've got, so it's the 3 rulers. This one has 4.25 millimeters. It says 1 there, but it's not. Oh, it must be yeah, that's an inch across there. And then 3/4 of an inch on that one. And then 5/8 and 1/4 of an inch. And then this end's got 1/8 and 3/8 of an inch. So it's very handy. But I am doing the 3/16. So I'm just going to line up my photo with the line that goes along where my 3/16 is. And then I'm just going to cut down to there. And see, that's cut a nice straight border for me there. So I'm just going to continue doing that, and I'll be back when I've finished. Okay, so now we've got our beautifully matted photos. I also have, there we are, my little ephemera pieces. So it's time to stick these all on. So it's just a case of arranging them where I like the looks of them now. thinking something like that. Maybe something like that would be nice. And then I do have an idea for this bottom corner. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but I will find the bits and pieces and give that a go because we definitely need something there. So I think I will leave that there and get this bit ready to stick down. Good enough to me. Beautiful. Now it's going to look all right. Now the thing is, they don't need to be stuck down properly because, you know, we'll slip it into one of the scrapbooking slips or whatever. So, and it actually looks good if they're it actually looks good with them sticking up. They look more like leaves, but we might have some little glue dots or something. Glue dots, 5mm, they might be a bit big. Oh no, they might be all right. Yeah, I think that'll work. Never used these things before. Are you meant to use tweezers? Probably. I think these are meant to be non-stick tweezers. Let's see how we go. Get that thing off my finger now. Made a bit of a mess of it, but I think we're best off putting it on the actual leaf. Ugh, non-stick my pie hole. There, that's not too bad. Gives it a bit of bulk, so it lifts it a bit, makes it look that 3D-ish. Maybe people use their knives. But I don't want a sticky knife. Just looking what else I've got. Got little spatulas. That sort of worked. I knew these glue dots would come in handy for something. Oh, now there's something stuck on there. There we go. Beautiful. Curl that back down. Oh, that's looking all right. Yay for glue dots. Right, so I'm going to go and have a go at making what I want for this corner and see if it works, and then I'll be back to show you. Right, so I decided I wanted a net down in the bottom corner of my scrapbook page. First I was gessoing a bit of this orange packet, which would work, but it wasn't really as rustic as I would like. I do intend on painting it with some brown paint and just seeing how it comes up. But then I got a piece of burlap and started pulling threads and realised how tedious that was. So I gave in and decided I would just weave myself a little net with some string, which is tedious as well, but probably not quite as tedious as my other methods. So I'm just in the process of doing that. So I thought I'd quickly show you how I'm doing it. I've tied 5 strings together at the base, put a clip over the top just to hold it in place while I weave and stick. I fold over the string at the end, over the end string here, and I've just glued it down with my Helmar's glue, and then I just weave it under, over, and then fold the other end and stick that as well, which I'll do now, and then I just rinse and repeat until I've got it the way I want it. So we have to go under this one. So of course I do the opposite to the one I've done before. And so this one will go under, and then that's gonna go over, is it? By the looks of things. So I'll just turn this up the other way so I can put this under. And then I just sort of get it, I'm hoping it's a sort of gonna end up the right angle. It doesn't really matter. It does a bit, but I can sort of wiggle it a bit to get it to fit where I want it. So I'm just gonna cut this side off about there. Whack some glue on. Just fold it over and hold it for a little bit until it gets tacky. Which takes a little bit of doing, but it gets there. And then just separate these so it looks somewhat like an ant. So it won't be perfect, but it will still be net-like. So I might just do one more and then that will do, I reckon. Okay, so I've finished off my net thing. I'll just call it that. So now I want to stick it onto the page. Now I don't think I really want the knot down the bottom, so I'm thinking of doing a blob of glue and sticking it like that and then chopping off that piece. Unless I chop it off first, but I think we'll get some glue down. And nice glob for this. I want it right in this corner. It looks like a nice blob. So I might chop it off. Stick that in there and just hold it. Yeah, my net needs some fixing, but that's all right. This will add some nice texture too, because I won't stick the whole lot down. I was going to stick the whole lot down, and then I thought, what are you doing? It's really nice having these lifted up bits and that nice texture. So I might stick this one down the bottom. Now I was going to cut these bits back, but I actually like how they're looking, just hanging around like that. So I might run a bead of glue across here to stick this piece to. And then I'll do the same with this other bit. Right, now I've got to work on these bits. I'm just putting little beads of glue where the threads cross over and sticking them down there. Doing it quite messy, but I want it to be messy. And that it definitely will be. Don't mind if it doesn't all stick either. As I said, I do want that bit of height and everything. Alright, so that's me wonky net. Now, I think it looks better when it's sort of curled a little bit. Alright, so that's the net. Now, there's one more thing I want to do. Okay, so I knew I collected shells a while ago for a good reason. And all of these shells, I'm pretty sure with all of them, I lacquered them with clear nail polish. So I've got a few different ones here that I think will look really cool. So I've got this one, which I'm thinking of putting, I don't know if you can see that, down here like this. So I might just do it. Now, I'm not sure how this glue is going to go with these, but I'm going to give it a go. Should be right. I should be using a glue gun, but oh well. This stuff holds buttons and that it can hold some shells, I reckon. Oh, I think that's sticking rather well. Okay, and then we've got these few bigger ones. And I've got some little ones, which I'll just pick a couple. See if any I think are appropriate. Now these are going to be interesting to try and stick down. We will see. All right, that feels like it's holding really well. A bit surprised actually. It's good glue. I'm just going to put it. Whoa. Oh, I'm breaking it. Oh, I killed him. It's all right. We've got plenty. Note to self, don't press so hard next time. All right, try that again. Broke him. Don't touch it. Now, let's stick this one on. All right, so I successfully stuck on my shells. Just going to let them dry for a while. So that is that. Now, I might just find myself a little journaling spot to stick just there. Okay, so I just, I had a die cut of the Tim Holtz tickets, so I used one of those and just inked around it with my Gathered Twigs ink and just wrote on it with my, they're Micron pens, with my Micron pen, Victor Harbour. So it's got a little title and it sticks quite nicely just underneath the shell here. So I'm going to leave it like that, because when I figure out what date this was, I'll add the date to that as well, and that'll just finish it off nicely. So I reckon that is it. That is my beautiful page using the lovely papers. Now, it is the Sweeping Plains collection. So just absolutely beautiful, and I love the way this has turned out. It's one of my favourite. I've only done a couple of scrapbooking layouts, and this is definitely probably my favourite. So, and look, my shells aren't falling off. Look at that. So amazing. Miracles do happen. So go check out the products that everyone's using at Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft, because the papers and our chosen products are all on sale for the month of September. So the products I've used in this are the papers. The rest of the stuff was from my stash, but I'll be using a lot of the other products that I chose in my next so many creations. So make sure you check them out and check out what the other ladies are making, because they're making awesome things as well. So take care, be good, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.